What is going on, guys? This is Saiyan back at you another again with a new CarX Street video. But this time we're actually going to talk about what we need and what we want to really see in CarX Street. Obviously, there's a lot of things that need to be talked about. But before we do so, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, click that bell icon for more videos of CarX Street. Now, basically, as my previous video that you guys watched, or hopefully you guys watched, of my review, there are a lot of things that I actually really wanted to see within this particular game, and there's a lot of things that need to be talked about. For example, when it comes down to the cars, the map transitions, the mechanics. Obviously, these things do take time. Again, as I explained in my previous video, CarX Street Technologies is in Russia, and these guys are going to take a bit of time to be able to conduct this particular process, and maybe most likely we'll see a transition of that when the full game releases, whether it be iOS or PC or Android. I know that people on Android have been waiting for a long time, but we'll get right into detail about that too in this video. So pretty much when it comes down to the map, I've noticed a couple of things, and I will show you exactly what I'm talking about. A possible map transition. I noticed that when they pretty much showed the roadmap, and I know this was probably showing it a little bit in the years or the previous years before, I think that this isn't the only location that we're actually going to have, because I feel like what they're planning on doing when the full game releases is having us travel to cities. It gives us that midnight club feel. Now, I may be wrong, because of course this is just, from the outside looking in. And I believe that when it comes to the outside looking in, looking at that particular ordeal for PC, I'm pretty sure that they're going to transition that stuff for mobile players as well. I mean, because of course they can't leave that particular piece of entertainment out of a mobile game, whereas it's available for PC, depending on the circumstances. And to be honest with you, it kind of bothers me because, I wanted to see more cars like the Fairlady Z, the FTO, Mitsubishi, the 22B, and even as far as the S2000, or even more vehicles in this particular game. I know that this was a test flight, but I feel like there are more vehicles, there's more potential vehicles that can make room for this particular game as it's conducting itself to be a full release. My experience with this particular game has been very entertaining. I mean, I've actually enjoyed it online. I've enjoyed it offline. My only gripe is that it takes too long to earn money or some form of revenue in some way, shape, or form when it comes down to racing. I mean, I think that the incentive revenue for most races are pretty low, and I think that that needs to be fixed somehow or some way, because it's extremely bothersome to see that you race, you fast travel. I mean, you're literally wasting money everywhere you go, whether it be buying gas or buying nitro. I don't understand why people buy nitro, because you could refill it during the race, but it would be a lot better, it would be more convenient for new players and even the players that have been playing this since 3 months ago, to actually have races to where the races are actually in high revenue. Like, they should have had them in specific fields. Like the purple ones are the normal races, the red ones are the club races, and then the ones in bright pink are usually like crew oriented races. I hope that that is something that they really think about, because this is street and not drift, of course. I mean, there's drift mechanics in this particular game too, but I'm just parallelistimizing the ideas of what's to really come in this particular game, and I think that it's very important enough to understand those particular things. Going into the iOS release and the Android release, I know that Android users are pretty upset about the transition and being put in this cycle to where they have to deal with delays. And let me tell you something, I'm an Android user myself. I'm not really too much of an iOS user. I only got an iPad to play this particular game. I know it's not the greatest iPad, but it's still enough for me to actually play this game at a very good frame rate and resolution. And I could tell you that for your sake, I'm disappointed. I'm there with you. But at the end of the day, I'm telling you, just be patient because it's not worth getting your expectations up. And I believe that you should be able to feel upset because that's a normal human reaction that we have whenever we're, expecting something to be released for said so date. I mean, I think it's the fault for of them, but you also got to take it into consideration that they are working very, very hard to give us CarX Street at an appropriate date with no hiccups. And that's a part of being a business is that they don't want to give you a product that sucks. Obviously it doesn't because you can see gameplay all over YouTube. What I'm trying to tell you is that from a business standpoint, they're really trying their hardest to be able to conduct the game in a fashion to where there are no game-breaking changes. With this being the particular problem that they are living in a area or a part of a country to where there's a lot of things going on in their current basis, or at least on a daily basis, so to speak. So, just keep that in mind. Just be patient. Don't worry about those particular things, and we'll just see what happens from there. But that's just my thoughts about it. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys actually enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed the game, and peace out.